Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between HuK and Iaguz on Frozen Temple. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Iaguz from Australia. And in the top left side of the map, we have the red Protoss player sporting both Canadian and American nationality. It is HuK. Yeah, he has dual citizenship for both of those countries, which is kind of fun. I mean, Canada and America are largely the same thing, especially Western Canada. Like out there in Alberta, I've met a lot of people from out there, and they are straight up American, man. They do everything Americans do. They sometimes say their words a little tiny bit differently. They do not speak French hardly at all. I consider them Americans. They probably consider us like Western Canadians, which is probably fine too. But anyway, nobody gets along with Eastern Canada. Those Quebecois, man. No one likes those dudes except for themselves and maybe other French people in France. I don't know. Like, do they get along with each other? The actual French people and Quebecois in places like Montreal or Montreal? I don't know. I don't know. If you are from Canada, let me know, because all I know is that Western Canadians consider themselves a different country altogether, which I guess is the same thing in America, where you have like the South, and people in New York and California and Oregon consider themselves a different country from those people. So if you're big enough, I guess you can splinter among yourselves and be just fine. All right, so it's a PBT for you today. Enough rambling about political stuff and intercontinental weirdness. Probe does scout here for HuK. It's a Reaper opening, obviously, from Iaguz. And again, I've heard this name pronounced a couple different ways during casts. I've heard Iaguz. I've heard Iaguz. I've heard Iaguz. I'm going to call him Iaguz, though, just because that's easier to say. Anyway, if you're a big Iaguz fan, let me know if I'm absolutely butchering his name, and I promise I'll fix it next time I cast it. Just right now, there seems to be a lot of question marks surrounding that particular pronunciation. Scouting up too is Iaguz's own little SCV to see what's going on inside the base. It is Adept. It is an Adept Warp Gate research opening for HuK. There's that second base coming up very nicely. Nothing really harassing that at all. Possibly there could be some Adept harass here. That SCV is going to die unless it starts running now, and it is. Okay, so excellent choice there. Decided to get on out. There is the factory. There is the barracks. And Warp Gate. The Warp Gate still continuing. So, I mean, both players just kind of hanging back right now. I do like the scouting that's been happening. The Adept is going to chase down this SCV. Can she get there before the SCV? Yeah. No. Can't quite get it. So 3.94 move speed, 3.5 move speed. A little bit faster than the SCV, but this psionic transfer thing is what's fast. And it will take a 3-shot to kill the SCV. 1, 2. Oh, the juke! Well, the juke! Iaguz keeps himself alive with the juke, heading back toward the base. Single Adept. Nice wall off here at the top of the ramp. Gonna try to kill everything, but no. There is a Reaper. There is a Marine here. Good block with the SCV. What micro? On display from Iaguz, and can the Adept get one more kill? No, couldn't do it. Excellent, excellent hold there by Iaguz. Didn't lose hardly anything whatsoever. Another Adept trying to sneak on out, trying to get in here and do some wreckage inside the Terran base. Might get up the ramp. Nope, perfect liftoff there by Iaguz. And once again, the Adept is forced to just back on out here. No longer 2-shots Marines. We've discussed this extensively on the channel. Used to 2-shot those guys. Now it's a 3-shot, and it doesn't seem like a huge deal, but it really does. Look, this guy's still alive. He has 1 hit point left, but he does full damage, even when he's injured. And it will take a full another shot from the Adept to kill it, and basically overkill it, which is, I think, what Protoss players are not super fans of. Adept trying to run around and do some more stuff, getting chased away. Ooh, Adept being chased. And nope, cancels it. Canceled it altogether. All right, so we do have Blink being researched by HuK. Going for more of those stalkers, obviously. And what is happening back in the land of Iaguz? Not a whole lot here. There's a 3rd command center. Additional barracks under construction. So definitely going for some bio-heavy stuff. With some early harassment, though, with these Hellions. And this Reaper. So might try to go, Reaper around to the main base while the Hellions attack in the front. I like this. I like this a lot. And indeed, going to sneak right on in here. Photon overcharge means you're going to die, though. As soon as this Mothership Core recognizes what's going on, and boom, blocking that away. The aliens are all completely dead there too. Reaper with 1 kill to its name, and bam. Adepts finish it off at the bottom of the ramp. So a nice little poke did kill 2 probes. It is currently 40 to 34 workers though. Woo-wee. Excellent, excellent use of that Chrono Boost ability to get additional workers out here on this main base. Anyway, is what HuK is doing. Getting a Warp Prism. I love Warp Prism play so much. I love it when Protoss are agile and fast and quick. and able to get out there and drop stuff and warp in units, and it's just so darn fun to watch and so fun to cast. So here comes a push up at the front. Warp Prism can also just be used to go ahead and reinforce yourself at the front lines. That might just be what HuK is going for, but oh, I thought that might have been a drop. I'm like, that was a fast medevac. Nope, not what it is. Just an SCV checking for a third Nexus. Does not see one here. And here we go. Tank fire on the high ground, though. Look out, Stalkers run. Extra damage versus armored, which is what those Stalkers are. It's only one tank, though. I think HuK might have been poking for that. And what is this going to be? Ah, trying to block that third Nexus. Does block it, but the SCV dies. Engineering Bay gets up to about 300 hit points before getting knocked down by the Mothership Core and this probe, which the probe says, I didn't sign up for this. Using a photon overcharge to take it out. That is how desperately HuK wants that third base. And here we go. Here's the blink attack. Blinks right on into the main base. Takes out that missile turret. Going to try to snipe down that tank. First of all, can they get it? They get it. They get the tank, but another one does manage to show up here and gets on out. Can the nope, Warp Prism does not get taken down whatsoever by Iaguz, and instead, reinforcements get warped on in, like I said, at the front. Resonating Glaives being the tech of choice right now for HuK. I don't know if he has many Adepts. Currently he has 2, but planning on making more of those, I guess. So, pretty good poke on up there. Didn't do a whole lot of damage. Not sure who has lost more at this point. Looks like Iaguz has lost about twice as much. Man, that tank fire, though. This positioning by the tanks by Iaguz has been amazing. Oh, Observer getting a little careless. Gets taken on out there. Desperately trying to kill that tank, and they do. They do sacrifice a Stalker, 2 Stalkers to do that, which is probably fine, but another one pops on out. Iaguz going for the continual tank production. I love this. Tanks with these units to kind of absorb additional damage coming right at their front door. That third Nexus is on the way, and Iaguz has not been able to take a third command center at any point. So, I mean, he has one ready to rock. Here it is. He's been using it to make SCVs, but I think he'd really like to land right here. The problem is that HuK's pressure has just been so consistent. There's really nowhere else for him to go. So Stalker's on the front line, trying to use some Blink Stalker Micro, as all the good Protoss players do. Income now 50 to 53. Iaguz has actually taken the lead, despite the fact that this base by HuK is almost complete. So oversaturated in his main base, oversaturated at his natural base too, making more and more barracks, more and more add-ons. APM for these players is over 300 for HuK, over 300 for Iaguz. This is not low-level play, ladies and gents. This is GM-level, pro-level stuff from DreamHack Open WCS 2016 Spring. Slowly trying to push out a perimeter is Iaguz. He has a tank, he has some Marines, he has some Marauders. +1 attack complete on those guys. +1/+1 coming up for the ground units for HuK, and getting an Immortal. Immortal's very good at crushing tanks. That's kind of what they're all about as well. And the Warp Prism needs to run a single Adept scouting on in here to see what's happening. It just gets immolated. If there's not fire, can it get immolated? Probably not. Annihilated, I suppose, is the word I was going for. More Adepts, though. With that Resonating Glaive attack, able to kill these SCVs very quickly. Might actually take down the supply depots as well. No, using Sonic Transfer to go ahead and skip past these. Maybe take out the tanks, but no. Splitting up his units is Iaguz. And Warp Prism attacks back here, too, with so many Adepts getting warped on in. Can they take down that Warp Prism? They're going to try to do it, but they can't. The Adepts really doing quite a bit of damage here as well. Marines are definitely following. The Marauders do, though, taking a long time to kill. Another big attack up here, pushing right on in with Stalkers and Immortals. SCVs forced to pull off the lens. Coming from the backside a little bit is Iaguz too, and definitely getting the heck out of there in both situations is HuK. You might try to land here. There is not a missile turret ready to go, and yes, greatly weakening some workers and killing them too. Another big attack does get cleaned up, trying to sneak along this backside, and HuK just being patient. Being very patient. It is now 61 to 52. 21 SCVs killed versus 2 probes, and the pressure from HuK has just been relentless to this point. He has been everywhere. He's been attacking every single base that Iaguz owns. Iaguz has not gotten a single drop-off. All he's done is done some minimal harassment with Hellions, some minimal harassment with Reapers, and just, I mean, hasn't done a whole lot of damage. Has done some good scouting, but that's about it. Pure straight-up Stalker, never that good against these Marines and Marauders, especially as the upgrades start getting more and more here, although no such thing happening from Iaguz. He is getting the Liberator Advanced Ballistics upgrade, and does he actually have any Liberators? No, he doesn't have any Liberators. He's planning on it, though, which is nice. Good Blink Micro there. Man, some of those are very low on health, but they are still alive, and that is really what matters. I think maybe he's trying to Blink Stalker his way at the front, maybe dropping at the back, but there are enough Marines here to take down that Warp Prism, I think, without too much trouble. Iaguz has probably done more testing on that than I have. Army supply. 71 to 75 total army supply. Worker supply 62 to 59. HuK looking to be in a good spot here. Again, the length of time he's managed to keep Iaguz sitting here and not pushing, not dropping has really benefited him quite a bit. So we'll see what he does with that time that he's been given to get upgrades, to tech up. 3 Liberators getting pumped out at once right now, though, by Iaguz. I'm not sure if HuK knows this is happening. It's kind of an abrupt tech switch. And, whoop, missile turret shots. Greatly useful in trying to take down that War Prism, who's down to only 27 hit points. Sneaking on in here. Good scans. Great scans by Iaguz, seeing exactly what's going on. Another attempted warp in of more units on this right side. Going to maybe try to go for the pincer move. It is. Adepts coming to the right side, but an amazing concave right now. Woo, by Iaguz, taking out all of them. Sentries getting killed. Adepts from the right side trying to do what they can. Not quite tanky enough to survive that one. And HuK, not looking good, man. 118 to 164 total supply. 56 to 105 army supply. Iaguz, what is happening? How are you doing this? Resources lost 6,000 to 5,000. HuK does have a 4th base up and running. Another attempted Liberator snipe here. And Liberator does take out the War Prism. Run, Liberator! Run! Do you have the speed to get out of there? 4.13 and 4.72. Oh, Liberator can get shots off, but Stalker's ready to save it. Here comes a big push right up the front by Iaguz. Liberator trying to set up shop. Possibly here? Nah. Here, maybe? I'm not sure if there's a good angle to do this. Either way, pushing the advantage is Iaguz. Immortal gets sniped. Oh, left behind and absolutely murdered. Murder there as well. Single Liberator trying to kill all the gas income on that base. Here's the big push, though. Nice concave by HuK. He has turned the tables on all of the place here. Good attacks here by the Immortals. Good Guardian Shield as well. Liberator by itself does get taken out by the Stalkers. And Iaguz continuing to push up this ramp, then backs on out. Just killing a few more units. Gets the War Prism there as well and decides to head on back home. It's 160 to 99 total supply. Widowmine is burrowed. Liberator setting up shop there. Liberator setting up shop here. Has pretty much stopped all gas income, or will very shortly, on that base. There's nothing really to kill at this spot, I don't think. I mean, I guess it has 4 kills, so maybe there were some workers there previously. Adepts take out that Widowmine, and Marauders forced to retreat here as well. Planting down his 4th base as Iaguz at this location. Not this one, which is more traditional. But I like the fact that it's expanding towards the Protoss player. He's going for +3/+3 now. Is HuK. He should have that upgrade advantage. It's just, I don't know, man. Liberators, Widowmines, Marines, and Marauders. Very Marauder heavy. +1/+1 has finished on these guys. This base is in a lot of trouble. Can HuK save it? HuK, no. Defender mode circle set up to prevent the saving of this base. 4th Nexus explodes with really no protest put up by HuK whatsoever. Here we come up the ramp now, trying to just kill a gateway. Does cause it to explode. Another one here too. HuK, what do you have left, man? He's getting upgrades. He's, I mean, maybe waiting for +3/+3. Moving right on in, though. The Stalkers on the right side do take out the Liberators. The Adepts are not taking a lot of damage, not as much as they would need to actually tank here. But blinking up again, another Liberator dies. Another Liberator gonna die. The Immortal versus Marauder is not a fair fight, especially with these upgrades. And yes, HuK manages to clear it out. He does manage to hold on to that base. Widowmine here, making sure 4th base is not taken. 4th base up and very healthy for Iaguz right now. Income tab 47 to 59 workers. Definitely in favor of the blue Terran. APM continuing to be around that 300 mark. Liberator sneaking up along this left side. There's a cannon here, but the positioning is not super great. Widowmine lives without getting a single kill, which is so sad. Such a waste here. Liberator, 4 kills on it now. 21 to 25 SCVs killed by Iaguz. Woo! He's definitely hanging on there. Definitely making up for the fact that he lost a ton of stuff in the early harassment from HuK. He's really flipped a switch and become so aggressive. Going for his 5th base now. Mothership Corps patrolling back and forth. Army supply at this point is 44 to 100. Iaguz doubling it up, continuing to move forward here. +2 attacks on the way, but I don't know if he'll be here in time for this battle that is in the future. Circles being set up. Stalker count not that high for HuK either. 5 total on the ground. This might be all she wrote. HuK needs more Stalkers or Tempest or something to deal with these Liberators, but actually backing on out a little bit is Iaguz, and moving up the ramp. Guardian Shield is up. Defender mode circle is ready to go, trying to blink over with the Stalkers to take the Liberators out, but an amazing concave by Iaguz. All the Adepts are standing on in, allowing the Immortals to crush through that Marauder count. in the back. These guys, 13 kills, 18 kills on those Immortals. The Adepts doing their job. Can they get this Planetary Fortress with Liberator Defender mode support? I don't know, but he's going for it. HuK might be going for it. Nah, he sees this base instead. That is a juicier target. Does force the cancel on that Planetary Fortress conversion. Can they kill it in time? I don't know. Single Observer comes on in to see exactly where the army is positioned. This guy is still up and running here with 8 kills now. Photon Overcharge barely cannot reach it. Barely cannot reach it. They do put that into the red, so it should explode. That should be all that HuK really needs to do with it. And yes, he can't reach it anymore, but it will definitely explode and fall to the ground. Coming in once again here is HuK, though. And woo, that is a pretty big ball of Marines and Marauders, especially with that +2 attack. Doing a dance. Iaguz throwing out the dance animation there. He is feeling super confident right now. Pushing in once again here. And yep, all the Marines, all the Marauders, killing everything. The final Adept falls. Stalker's dead, and that's it. A GG from HuK. HuK is defeated. Iaguz is victorious, and HuK has left the game. So again, I feel like HuK did a really good job in the early game with the harassment. He did manage to kill how many SCVs in all it's said and done? 22? 22 SCVs, which is great. Dropping with the depths here, dropping with the depths here. Good Blink Stalker push up. He did manage to kill that one tank, but tanks just kept popping out for Iaguz. Great decision to go for the tanks when dealing with the Blink Stalker opener. He did do some harassment here, but not really enough to force it to die, which was a huge play for Iaguz. Able to keep his third base up as long as he did and keep a fourth base running. Also super useful, while in the meantime just absolutely wasting this base. HuK had nothing to say about it, and I think that was the beginning of the end. So, well played there by HuK, but better played by Iaguz. Our Australian Terran player takes home the victory today, and that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what is on, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.